Hey everybody, it's Robert Kennedy III, RK3, that's me, yes, and we're here with another quick tutorial. This tutorial is just to show you how easy it is to create a website or blog with WordPress. Now, some people get confused and they think that WordPress.com is where you should go. Now, WordPress.com is fine if you just want to make an easy site and you just want to put a quick blog together and do it for free. And that's fine, and you can do that, but you lose the power of plugins and some of the other features that you get with a self-hosted WordPress blog website. So we don't want to go to WordPress.com. What we want to do is find a host. Now, a host is a place where your site is, they give you server space, they give you space to put your website, and you can use that. That's where people would visit. Your domain name would be pointed there, and that's where people would get the information about you or the information that you want them to have. So I use Bluehost as my host. I love Bluehost. I have been using them for about 9 or 10 years and have had no problems with them whatsoever. So I recommend that you use them. So I'm going to go back here. They've got the best web hosting starting at $3.95 a month. I'm going to click get started now and show you a couple of things really quickly. So they've got the starter package here starting at $3.95 a month. And with that, you get one website, 100 gigabytes of website space. Now that's a lot, but if you're doing videos and you want to host some things on your website, you may run out of that pretty easily. So what I recommend is the popular plan at $6.95 per month. And to be quite honest with you, that is actually a great deal. That's $80, a little bit over $80 for the year. So that's not bad at all. So if you click select, the next thing that you will need to do is either choose the domain that you want to purchase, or if you already have a domain name, put that domain name in and click next. Once you click next, WordPress will go through, Bluehost actually will go through the setup process with you of setting up your server and your website and your domain. If you have done that process and you've logged out, then you can log back in. And I'm just going to click log in here and my domain, and I'll put my password in. Then I'm going to click submit. And that's going to get me into the control panel. Now, when I get into the control panel, you're going to see a lot of icons, a lot of pretty colors, a lot of squares or rounded rectangles, whatever you want to call them. But these things they help you navigate so much, and they're ridiculously powerful. But for today, the only thing that we want to focus on is this one right here where it says install WordPress. So I want to click install WordPress. And you see that I've got some WordPress installs already. I'm hiding those from you so you can't see them for the hackers out there. And what I want to do is go down to the bottom where it says install WordPress and click the green install button. Once I do that, it's got the steps laid out here for me. Step 1, I want to choose the version of WordPress that I want to install, the most stable version, most recent one, 3.9, which is fine, and where I would like my WordPress installed. All right, so you can use the root of your domain or your host, or you can put it inside another folder. In my case, I'm just setting up something for testing, so I'm just going to add a testing folder. Okay, that's not necessary. You don't have to do that if you don't want. The next step, step 2, I want to go through the advanced options. So the advanced options allows me to quickly give my site a name. I'm going to call that RK3 testing. And then I want to add a username and password. I'm going to keep admin. I'm just going to make my password something random here, testing 1 2 3. Keep it really easy. Okay, you probably don't want something that easy. You want to make your password strong. So you want to add symbols or something of that nature. I'm putting an exclamation point at the end of mine. You want to check automatically create a new database. Then you have step 3, plugins and themes. So they're not going to install additional plugins just yet, but they want to give you access to an additional theme. And the theme is really what makes your website look pretty. All right, so I'll leave those checked. Then for step 4, legal information, did I read the terms and conditions? I'm going to click that, and then you kind of go down and see what the terms and conditions are. Pretty standard stuff, but if you are into legalese and you want to read it, then go ahead and do that. Once you've done that, check that box and click complete. Okay, once you've clicked complete, it tells you that it's installing it, and you can see it installs pretty quickly. It's done. And once it's done, all I need to do is go to the WP-admin version of that, and I can click that link. I'm going to type admin testing 123, and then I'm going to click login. And that's it. My WordPress website is actually set up. If you want to visit the site, I'm going to do that here so that you can see what it looks like before I've done anything. I've just got hello world WordPress website. Okay, that's it. So let's move to the next step when we set up your theme. Welcome back to section 2, and what we're going to be doing here is activating and installing a theme. Now, when we installed the website in the first place, I showed you this, and this is really a theme, and this is the 2014 theme, but it's not really pretty, so we want to get something else that looks a little bit better, personally. And so what we do is go to the appearance link and click on themes. Now you'll see the 2014, 2012, and some of the other themes there. And you'll also see the small biz theme that came with the Bluehost install. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on add a new theme, and this is going to take me to the WordPress.org themes, or it's going to show up some of those, and I'll look at some of these. Let's see which one of these. I'll try something simple like first. Actually, yes, I'll do first. So I'm just going to click on install. And once it installs, you see that it installed fairly quickly. I'm just going to click on activate. And you'll see that the theme is active. And I will go visit the site, open that site in a new tab so you can see what that looks like as well. Okay, so there's nothing there. We're going to add some stuff there in a little bit. Okay, that's it for section 2. And we're back with the next section. In this section, what we want to do is create some pages and then create the menu for your website. This is fairly easy as well. So I'll move up to pages. I'll click add new, and I want to create 3 pages here. I want to create an about us page. So once I type the title, I will go ahead and click publish. Okay, once it's published, you'll see it says update here. I'm not adding any content to the page right now. We'll do that a little bit later on. And then I'm going to click add new. And the second page I want to add is a blog page. I'm going to click publish. And the third page that I want to add is a contact page. Okay, so I've got 3 pages. I'm going to go to my all pages link here so that you can see the 3 pages there. Now, what I want to do is I want to go down to appearance and I want to choose menus. And I want to add a main menu to this blog. So I'm going to call that first one main menu. I'm going to choose create menu. And then what I will want to do is simply where it says pages, I'll click contact, blog, and about us. And I want to add all of these to the menu. Okay, you see that all of those will be added to the menu. I'll also add one more thing to the menu. I like to add a home link. So I'm just going to click links here, and I'm going to choose I'm going to put the URL in, and then under link text, I'm just going to put home. I'm going to click add to menu, and then you'll see that it's here, and I can drag this up to the place that I want it to be on the navigation area. Okay, so I'm going to have home, about us, blog, and contact. Then I'm going to click save menu. Okay, I forgot to add something. I want to have that menu be a header menu. So I'm going to click there. This tells the system where to put the menu in your theme. So I'm going to click save menu. Then I'm going to go back to that theme that I had opened up, and I'm going to refresh that so you can see here are the links that I've got: home, about us, blog, and contact. Okay, we're back for the fourth section of the video training, setting up your WordPress blog and website. So far, we have done quite a few things. We've set up the site, we've done the install, we've set up our theme, we've set up some pages, and we've set up our menu. So now what we want to do is add some content to one of the pages. And I'm going to go up to pages, I'm going to click all pages, and I am going to wait until that loads. I'm going to go to the about us, I'm going to hover over that, and I'm going to click edit. Once I do that, I am going to add some content here. I'm going to click inside of this, and you can type anything that you want in here. I'm going to type, this is my about page, and you will find a lot of funky stuff here. Okay. What I want to do next is I'm going to add an image. I'm going to click my cursor right before the this, and I'm going to choose add media, and I want to upload a file. It's going to choose that, and then I'm going to choose select files, and of course you see I'm going to choose a graphic here, click open. That file is going to upload, and I want to make that graphic align to the left. So I'm going to go over to the right, and over here via alignment, I'm going to choose left. Yours might be none by default, but I'm going to choose left, and I don't want it to link to anywhere, so I'm going to choose none, and I'm going to make the size a bit smaller, so I'm going to choose medium, and then I'm going to choose insert into page. So you see what happens because I aligned it to the left, the text will wrap around it. Okay, so for instance, if I copied this and I just kept pasting it, pasting, eventually you'll see that it wraps around that image. Now we've got text and we've got an image. I want to add a video to this. So here is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take something from YouTube. So I'm going to go to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to see there's a video I've got about setting up a WordPress.com blog, and I'm going to go to that page. I'm going to choose share, and I'm going to choose embed, and I'm going to copy the iframe code that's there. And then I'm going to go back to where I'm editing, and I am going to go over to the text mode, the source code mode, and just paste my code there. Okay, so I've got the iframe code there. I'm going to choose visual again, and you will see that there is a video. Ooh-ha, little placeholder there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose update. And then what I'm going to do is go to the page that I've already opened so that I can see what this looks like. All right, so I've got information there. I've got my image, I've got my text, and I've got a video that's embedded right inside that page. Okay, so you can go ahead and copy that and do that with other pages that you add. It's just as easy as that to add content to a WordPress page. Next, we'll be looking at adding a post. We've added content to one of our pages. Now we want to add a post, as in a blog post, to this website. So I'm going to click all posts. A lot of times when you install WordPress, there's already a post there and it says hello world. All right. I can erase that at some point if I want. That's just there as an example, but I can get rid of it, and I can just do that by clicking trash. I'm not going to do that right now because I want to have some extra there. I want to create a new post. So I'm going to click add new, and I'm going to say this is my first post. And then in the text area, I'm going to say I am adding this as the first post on my test site. I could add images and videos, but you already know how to do that. All right, and that's it. So I can do a couple of things with my post. Additionally, I can choose a category. If I wanted to have people be able to search really easily my posts, I can add a category to it. Uncategorized is the main one, or the default. I can click add a new category, and I'm going to write WordPress there, and then I'll choose add a new category, and you'll see that that'll be added. I can add tags if I want to. I'm going to put tutorial. You can make these up. You can add whatever you want. You can choose a certain amount of categories. If you write in the specific genre, or if you write about certain topics a lot, you might want to have categories about that. Then I click publish. Okay, and I'm going to go to my website to see. I've got my site set up here. I click home, and then you can see my first posts here. I click blog, but I don't see anything here. So there's something else that I need to do, and a lot of tutorials don't show you this. I'm just going to go back and click inside the post so you can see that it's there. But here's something that a lot of tutorials don't really show you, and you've got to figure it out on your own. In order to get the blog to show on a blog link or a blog page, I've got to go down to settings, reading, and then underneath a static page, I'm going to choose on the front page displays, I'm going to choose a static page. And then I'm going to choose for my front page, blog, and for my posts page, I'm going to choose blog. If I've got some other page that I want to show as my front page, I can do that. But I've got to set post page as blog, and I'm going to click save changes. Whoops, they should not be the same. I'm sorry. So I'm choosing another page as my front page, and then I've got my post page as my blog page. So I'm going to click save changes. And here's what you'll see. When I go back and I click home, you'll see that it's my About Us page. If I click blog, you'll see that that's what happens. Okay. All right, so that is how you add and set up posts. Welcome to the last section. I want to go over something that a lot of tutorials don't do as well, and that is the use of plugins. Plugins are where you have a lot of the power in your self-hosted WordPress blog. Now, WordPress.com doesn't allow you to do plugins. WordPress.org or setting up a self-hosted does. And the reason that it's powerful is because you can add short codes, you can add a lot of new behaviors, and I'll show you what I mean by that here. So I want to install a plugin. You see that there are some here already by default. I'm not going to discuss those today, but what we want to do is I want to add 2 plugins. Here's one. The first one is I want to add a contact form. So I'm going to search, then click search plugins, and I'm just going to choose the simple contact form here. A lot of times you can click details to see, you know, what people say about it, what the rating is. You know, I do some screenshots sometimes to see what it would look like on my page. But this is fairly straightforward. I just try to choose something really easy to use. So I'm going to choose easy contact form. I'm going to choose install. Ask me, do I want to install this plugin? I'm going to choose OK. And it installs it, and then I need to click activate. Once I click activate, I see that the form area has been set up in the plugins area and it's active. But then I also see that there is something added here for that form for me to edit and add it to the places that I need to add it. If you don't see something here, then I would go to settings or tools, and you may see something else added in one of these links here. So right now I'm going to go to contact forms. I'm going to set this up, and just going to choose the simple contact form that they've already got set. I'm not going to add anything different to it. You can see the fields that it's got set: first name, last name, email, your request, and submit. So I'm just going to take their short code, and what I want to do is I want to go to the contact page, and I'm going to paste that short code there, then click update. And when I go back to the testing area here, I'm going to click on contact, and you'll see that a form appears. Okay, so now people can put the information that they need in order to get in touch with you. Okay, so that's one plugin. The second plugin that I want to show you is something that I love, especially because we're dealing with social media. You want to make it easy for people to share information about your blog. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one called Click to Tweet. Okay, so I want to choose this one, Better Click to Tweet. You can choose the Click to Tweet as well, but I like the Better Click to Tweet. So I'm going to choose Install Now. Keep pulling this thing on the side. Going to click Activate Plugin. All right, and in this case, it's got the settings right there in the plugins area. So I'm going to click Settings. You can add. This is how you can format the short code if you want to go through that. If you want to add your Twitter handle, so I'm going to click @RobertKennedy3. Oops, I don't need to add the @ symbol. Just typing in Robert Kennedy 3. And if I have links in there and I want to use a short URL, I'll check that. I'll click Save Changes. Okay, so now what happens is if I go to one of my posts, I'm going to click All Posts, and I'm going to do let me do a new post. I'm going to add a new post, and I'm going to put, this is my second post. And in the text area, I'm going to say, this is the second post, and the purpose is to show how the click to tweet plugin works. Okay. And so now if you look in the toolbox area up here, you'll see that I've got a little I'm losing my words. Better click to tweet shortcode generator. Makes it easy. So I just click that and something pops up and I'll say, this is a great plugin. Okay. See, it asks me if I want to include my Twitter name. I'm going to click OK. And you see that that appears. So I'm going to click publish. I'm going to choose the category and I'm going to click publish. All right. And now I'm going to go back to my website here. I'm going to click, actually, I should just click the blog link. And you see that the second post comes up. Okay. But you also see that there's something here that is a little box that I can click. And I can easily share something with followers. Okay, so that's it. You guys have gotten a lot of information. We've gone through how to set things up. We've gone through how to set up your WordPress theme, how to install it, how to set up pages, how to create pages, how to add your menu, how to put your content on the page, how to create a post, and how to add a few plugins to your website to get things moving. All right. And this is the basic. You can do a lot more than this. I just want to share the easy part of it. And you can get yourself moving in 20 minutes or less with a WordPress, a self-hosted WordPress blog and website.